Hi, Andrea here, and I am continuing our journey towards Easter. And today I am reading from Mark's Gospel, chapter 15 and verses 1 to 15, and it's the NIV if you want to read along with me. Very early in the morning, the chief priests with the elders, the teachers of the law, and the whole Sanhedrin made their plans. So they bound Jesus, led him away, and handed him over to Pilate. "Are you the king of the Jews?" asked Pilate. "You have said so," Jesus replied. The chief priests accused him of many things. So again Pilate asked him, "Aren't you going to answer? See how many things they're accusing you of." But still Jesus made no reply, and Pilate was amazed. Now it was the custom at the festival to release a prisoner whom the people requested. A man called Barabbas was in prison with the rebels who'd committed murder in the uprising. The crowd came up and asked Pilate to do for them what he usually did. "Do you want me to release to you the King of the Jews?" asked Pilate, knowing it was out of self-interest that the chief priests had handed Jesus over to him. But the chief priests stirred up the crowd to get Pilate to release Barabbas instead. "What shall I do then with the one you call King of the Jews?" Pilate asked them. "Crucify him," they shouted. "Why? What crime has he committed?" asked Pilate. But they shouted all the louder, "Crucify him!" Wanting to satisfy the crowd, Pilate released Barabbas to them. He had Jesus flogged and then handed him over to be crucified. This account is in all four Gospels, and as you'd expect, it's slightly different in each version of the Gospel. But of course, each time when Jesus is asked if he is the King of the Jews, he says yes, that he is, or he says it is so, as we have read here. That's a common theme in all four accounts. And the other thing which is also there is that to all the accusations that are put to him from the Sanhedrin and from others, all these lies and accusations that are made, Jesus makes no reply. And Pilate is amazed. Now, I'm sure we've all seen on TV or in a film the kind of court drama with the accused standing in the box, and you have some clever barrister questioning them and trying to kind of twist their words and trip them up. It's not quite like that in real life. But here, to all the things that are put to Jesus, he doesn't say a word. He remains completely silent. And the reason why is because Jesus isn't trying to defend himself. He's not trying to be acquitted, because Jesus knows he's on trial for us, and there is no defense to our sin. Isaiah 53 says this, and I'm reading from the Message version. "But the fact is, it was our pains he carried, our disfigurements, all the things wrong with us. We thought he brought it on himself, that God was punishing him for his own failures. But it was our sins that did that to him, that ripped and tore and crushed him, our sins. He took the punishment, and that made us whole. Through his bruises, we get healed. We're all like sheep who've wandered off and gotten lost. We've all done our own thing, gone our own way. And God has piled all our sins, everything we've done wrong, on him. On him. Jesus' death, in one sense, is a huge miscarriage of justice. It's an innocent man getting found guilty. But in another sense, in a kingdom sense, it's perfect justice. Because only a pure lamb could atone. Only one without sin could pay the price for those with sin. That full price Jesus paid on the cross for the sin of all humanity. The injustice of Jesus being found guilty was heaven's perfect justice. We see injustice all around us. And in our own lives, we've all had times where we thought, it's not fair. Why did she get that job instead of me? Or why did his family member get healed and recover from this horrific illness, yet my loved one died? It's not fair. So often we've said, it's not fair. And when in those moments we're tempted to say that, I just encourage us to look at Jesus and look at the injustice he was prepared to suffer. All that pain, all that suffering, death on a cross for us. It's good to remember that when we're thinking it's not fair. So I want to finish with words from a beautiful hymn, Here is Love. On the Mount of Crucifixion, fountains opened deep and wide. Through the floodgates of God's mercy flowed a vast and gracious tide. Grace and love, like mighty rivers, poured incessant from above. And heaven's peace and perfect justice kissed a guilty world in love.